Hello friends! Welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla and this is my 24-week bump date. Now if it still sounds like I have a cold, how right you are. I've been honestly much better since the last video, but I still sound a little nasally, so bear with me. Also, I realized looking at my YouTube channel that it shares, how many views I get per video, that I have 35 friends that have been watching my videos kind of in general, and that just blows my mind because I don't know who you are, but welcome. I honestly just thought it was my family watching, so I hope you find me interesting. I'm going to try to keep things exciting and fascinating and not too dull because, everyone's pregnant and everyone has updates, but hi! But yeah, so quick brief introduction if you're kind of new here. I'm 28 years old. My husband and I have been married for almost 6 years. We moved into our dream house that we built, and I designed the plans and everything we built for about 2.5 years, and we moved in about 2 years ago. A little over 2 years ago. We have a beautiful red golden retriever named Lucy who turns 2 in April, the end of April, and she is the love of our lives and our pride and joy. I'm a material science engineer. I graduated from UT, the UT, here in Tennessee, Rocky Top, and my husband is a history teacher and football coach, and he went to UT Martin. So we are high school sweethearts. We've been together for almost 11 years, and we are just happy, love life. This is our first baby, our original, the very first baby we were pregnant with. We lost to early miscarriage, and so this is our first baby to term, and it's a little boy. His name will be Connor, and he was diagnosed with club foot with his left foot, just like his dad and his grandfather on his dad's side, but we're getting him the help he needs, an early intervention, and that's a little bit about me. Now back to the video. So, 24 weeks. So, little Connor has been growing up a storm, let me tell you that. I had this week my 24-week doctor's appointment where they just basically measure the fundal height, which they go from the top of your pubic bone to the top of your uterus and measure in centimeters, I believe. And however many centimeters it is, it should correlate with the number of weeks you are. So I was 25 centimeters where I should have been 24, so he's measuring a week ahead, which is very exciting. His heart rate was 148, we got to hear from the Doppler, and which is very, very amazing and perfect. And I'm doing great. My blood pressure is fantastic. It was like 114/65 or 66 or something like that. So I'm still doing fantastic. I'm right smack dab in the middle of the weight gaining range that I should be at this point in my pregnancy. So he's happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm still trying to get used to a little bit how I look, in the sense of like just everywhere on me is just a little bit swollen, especially like around my face I've noticed lately. And in a normal sense, when you gain X amount of weight, normally you gain it everywhere and everything's tighter. But I've noticed I pretty much feel and look the same, minus like a few things here and there, which is unusual because, when you gain that weight, it's not everywhere, but now it's just kind of centralized towards my stomach. Like my wedding rings are still loose and all of that. So very interesting, very interesting. So I'm just trying to keep a slower, steady weight gain from here because they say you gain the most in your 3rd trimester. And I'm trying to just kind of keep that reeled in, and my main goal is to incorporate healthy snacks instead of just junk whenever the baby's wanting, whatever I'm craving. So I'm trying to keep that in order, eat smaller, more frequent meals instead of bigger meals, because I tell you, lately I've been feeling a little bit just ugh, and it's not Connor, it's me, and I've been trying to figure that out and solve it because I always feel just so yuck. I've got a strange taste in my mouth all the time, and I just feel run down and depleted and just yuck. And I've been having a little trouble sleeping lately. Like last night, it took me a little while to fall asleep, and I woke up a few times in the middle of the night and then never went back to sleep after waking up early this morning. So I've got a little bit of a headache, feel tired. That kind of attributes to a lot of feeling just like blah. But yeah, for the past like few days I've felt like that, and a few weeks ago I felt the same. So trying to eat healthier definitely helps. Just kind of cleanse the system, drink more water, which can be difficult because it doesn't always feel good when you're pregnant to drink a lot of water because of just the room it takes up temporarily and just feeling so bloated and sloshy, and it sometimes makes you feel nauseous. But yes, back to my doctor's appointment. So everything's good, and I also received my glucose drink that I'll be taking at my next appointment in exactly a month. And there's like so many rules about it. You've got to drink it under 5 minutes, an hour before, blood draw in 30 minutes, or maybe it's reverse. I don't know. There's like a list of paper instructions that came with it. So I'll have to be reading that because it was very lengthy. I was trying to write it down when he was talking, and I was like, I'm not getting this. And he said, there's instructions here. So I said, great. I'll just keep that. So that's in the refrigerator waiting. It's the clear fruit punch flavor. I've heard awful things about it. My mom, I believe, got sick off of it, or it didn't feel good when she did hers. My cousin Hannah passed out. My cousin Katie felt awful. So odds aren't looking so great in my favor, but everyone in my family's passed. So I'm praying I pass. I do enjoy my occasional sugar, so I'm hoping I don't have gestational diabetes. So I'm going to be, you know, not eating breakfast. My appointment's at 9 a.m. a month from now to take that. So I'm going to not eat breakfast that morning, which they encourage. And I'm going to be careful with my sugar intake the day, especially the day before, but that week leading up, especially because I do not want to have to retake the test, which is a much longer test, or possibly fail that too, which means I would have diabetes and have to do the whole insulin, sugar, blood sugar thing, and I don't think I could do life without eating carbs or sugar. Like, I just don't think I can, so, especially being pregnant, I just hope I don't have to do that. I'll just fix it now so I don't have to worry about it. I'm trying to think, so, yeah, and so also a miracle, my doctor recommended one of the best clubfoot specialists in my area, and he'll be reaching out to me to make an appointment for before Connor is even born, to set up an action plan and to assess his ultrasounds. So that makes me feel a lot better, because the doctor who did my husband's club feet surgery is now a spine doctor, and ironically was the spine doctor who worked with me when I have my scoliosis in my teen years. I'm monitoring that, so there's just a lot of parallels and irony there. And my mother-in-law also used to cut his hair, so it's just kind of full circle, neat to see. So he recommended this other guy too for Connor, since he's now in spines. So hopefully I'll be meeting with him. We'll be meeting with him soon, downtown Chattanooga, and we can get the ball rolling for that. I've heard good things about him, but also that he's arrogant. And I know that's sometimes what you want in a doctor, but that's not my personality, so that'll be difficult trying to talk to someone like that about something so important, and especially when you have different ideas to bring to the table instead of just the tried and true standard. But anyway, with that being said, I was smart, and instead of having my doctor fax over all my ultrasounds and information to that doctor, I said, can I just have a printout copy of especially the ultrasound showing his left foot and just my information so I can hand it to him? And my doctor is fantastic. He was like, that's a great idea. So he printed off like a stack like this big of my information and ultrasounds, and I got to have some of the other 20-week ultrasound pictures that they wouldn't print for me, so now I've got that on paper. Why they don't do that for everyone, because it's our property, just really bothers me. That is your baby, your property, your images. They don't give you any rights, pretty much. Anyway, so I got that on paper, which they did that with everyone, and so I just wanted to give you guys a look at what we're talking about with his club foot. So, first thing we're looking at, let me get the glare off the thing, is his right foot. So as you can see here, we've got the femur, knee, tibia and fibula, heel, foot, toes, arch there. Very perfect, normal right foot. And we saw that live. He was stretching out. It's great. Now, here's the left foot. You can see his tibia and fibula here. Heel turned in, that line of bones across the top of your foot or bottom of your foot, and toes. It looks kind of like a golf club. That's the club foot. And you know, a lot of people who don't understand say, oh, it will straighten out. That's not what this is. This is a genetic defect that will not fix itself ever. And you can live without fixing it, but you'll never be able to walk on that foot because you can't walk on the outside of your ankle. It'll cause so many issues in life. So it has to have intervention, developed country, non-developed country, whatever. Like, it is the thing you have to do. And check out my earrings. I got those yesterday, Altered State. Anyway, it was my treat for being good at my appointment. And I got pretzels because Connor wanted that. But anyway, I got to have one of the cuter pictures that they didn't print out at the ultrasound for the 20 week a month ago. So here are his nose and lips. So imagine he being pressed up against a glass wall or a glass mirror. And that's what you're seeing here. So you've got 2 nostrils, the tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, mouth open. So cute, look at that. That's the one I wanted so bad, but the lady was like, no. But yes, back to his stats. So that was all for the doctor's appointment yesterday. My next appointment is at 28 weeks for the glucose test, and they also have to give me a tetanus and whooping cough vaccine. I was very shocked to hear that news. No thank you, but I guess I have no choice. I've heard bad things about the tetanus shots too, so I've thought I was avoiding that, but apparently not. I haven't gotten any vaccines so far during this pregnancy, so here we go. And we're finally leaving flu season, so I don't even have to worry about that anymore. But that's what I'll be getting in a month from now, along with my glucose blood draw and test. And then 2 weeks after that, for my 30th appointment, 30-week appointment, I'll have an ultrasound to kind of guesstimate his weight at delivery. And also a month from now, on Saturday, so a little over a month, I'll have the elective 4D, 3D ultrasound with family. That'll be really exciting. I hope to get some good footage on here and my phone, because you have all rights to your property, which is how it should be. So back to his stats. So at 24 weeks, he has jumped up a size in fruit, which I believe he should have 2 weeks ago on the apps, because my stomach has been growing so much with him inside, and I think he's growing massively. But whatever, what do I know? So at 24 weeks, little Connor is the size of a papaya. And the papaya for some reason looked a lot smaller than the eggplant last time I took a fruit update, but I don't know. I know it's all just guesstimation. That's the thing. You don't know the size of these fruits, and you try to get a standard size at the grocery store, but what does that even mean? Especially with the papaya. Who eats that, Who knows what that even really looks like? I had to double check on the label at the grocery store to make sure I was picking up a papaya, not like a guava or mango or whatever else that it could be. Also, a big milestone this week, he has reached viability. So worst case scenario, if little Connor was born now, he could survive. There's like a 50 to 75% chance of full survival and thriving. His lungs aren't developed, and we wouldn't want him to come at this point by any means, but they would do everything they can to save him, and he would live life with very little deficits in the long run, but he'd have to be in the NICU for a very long time if he was born now. But it's just a big milestone that lifts just such a huge weight off of me and my husband's shoulders. We're to that point where it's like, okay, we can breathe just a little bit easier. He's now 13.5 inches long and weighs 1.5 pounds, which I believe my body is feeling it. He loves to stay on the left side of my stomach because I mainly sleep on my right, and it just pushes him over there and he stays there the rest of the day. I'm now feeling him move on the upper part of my uterus and my stomach, where he used to just hang out way down low. And also this week I got to see my stomach move for the first time on the outside. Saw it a little last week, but it was like very pronounced this week. Very cool. My uterus is the size of a basketball. My stomach's not that big yet, but I believe it though. It's getting there. I've been experiencing small hot flashes. I get really warm, but that probably attributes to a lot of the weather changing. It's been very warm for February. I've never seen anything like it. It's like 70, and when you wear clothes like this outside, you have a heat stroke. When you come in, it's still heat on, so you feel awful in all buildings, and the weather just changes. And like tomorrow's supposed to be in the 40s, so it's just navigating that. I'm not looking forward to that later in summer, where I'm just so big, so hot, so uncomfortable. I'll just have to swim a lot, I guess, and wear lots of shorts. That's the other thing, trying to find good maternity clothes coming up, because I have nothing for that shorts wise. And I went shopping yesterday after my appointment at Alder State and found this cute outfit. And I knew it wouldn't fit, obviously, because of pregnancy, especially the jean shorts. But I tried them on when I got home, and it was like not even a chance that those suckers will slide up my legs. I mean, they got up, but it's like this open instead of like buttoned here, which I know is my stomach, but it's like, okay, this will be my this time next year jeans. They're just so cute. And I got the biggest size they offer, which they only offer like small, medium, and large. And I know I'm not a big person, but I have a lot of leg and butt, so I need bigger jeans. Oh. And normally I have a very small waist, and that's usually my problem with jeans, but right now I do not have a very small waist because of Connor, so all around those pants were not working. So this week also I've been starting to play classical music, Mozart, and then gentle Jamaican music next to my stomach for Connor to serenade him, so when he comes he can recognize the songs. I can play it next to his crib, and hopefully he'll rest a little bit and at ease knowing those songs and they're familiar. And I just want to play that next to him so it will enrich his little brain. My app says that I can start to feel him hiccuping, which I haven't yet, but I don't know exactly what that would feel like, so I'm trying to look out for that now. Almost done with the update. Thank you for hanging in. He's the size of, so comparing his size now to not just fruit, but everything else, he's the size of a chocolate cake. Take that with a grain of salt, whatever that means. Big cake, small cake, a chocolate cake. I don't know. I guess the standard Bundt size chocolate cake. By animal, oh, he's the size of a bunny. Baby bunny, adult bunny, I don't know, probably adult bunny. Because I think baby bunny is very small, so he's the size of a typical bunny. Little hopping around bunny, very cute. And let me show you guys the picture I took with my papaya, and that should be it. Here's my papaya. And my stomach is now popped. I think it's officially to say I look pregnant now. Someone guessed it, a stranger in the doctor's office elevator. I mean, granted, I was at the doctor's office, but still. So cute. And while I'm at it, okay, you guys are gonna have a real treat here. You're gonna get to see my baby bump after breakfast and lunch, which normally I do it before breakfast every time for these updates to keep consistent. But here we are, and my hair is finally growing longer. I typically have my hair down to here, but I cut it for locks of love over and over. I'm kind of in that in-between stage after cutting it a few months ago, so I'm trying to grow it back out because I can't stand my hair short. But anyway, back to Connor. So this is a unique update of what my stomach looks like in the middle of the day or the end of the day. A lot bigger than normal, but that's alright. You get the idea. Like a little round basketball. Look at that. You only see my abs from here now instead of like the whole thing. Or not abs, but stomach definition. And then it just pops down. Pretty cool. Oh, also a fun fact about Cody and I. Not only are we both 28 years old, our birthdays are one day apart. He's one day older than me. We were literally born 24 hours apart. He's born at 7 a.m. I was born around 7 a.m. So God set us up. We're soulmates. We were meant to be from the start. I meant to mention that in the beginning of the video. But anyway, thanks for sticking around. I'm glad you're here. And see you guys next week for 25 weeks. Bye.